Alright guys, so loadout number 1 is the SCAR and the MP5. Now, make sure that you have the overkill perk on, as it will either put it on ghost or restock. But yeah, so make sure that you have the overkill perk on. And so let's go to the SCAR build. So what you want to be using is the monolithic suppressor, this one here, the Forge Tac 20 LB, 25 round mags, VLK 3x optic, and the Commando foregrip. So that's the SCAR loadout for you guys. You can put on any camo you want, but as for now I'm going to be using my London Ravens. But also make sure that if you have the 30 round mags, then use that as well. But yep, hopefully this gun will get a buff soon, so it would add like 45 round mags or 50 round mags, as the highest you get is 30 and the lowest is 20. So yep. So the MP5 loadout that you want to be rocking now is the Subsonic Integral Suppressor, or you can use the Monolithic Integral Suppressor. I prefer this as it has more things, four things instead of that. I make absolutely no sense. But yeah, 45 round mags, Merc foregrip, or you can use the Ranger foregrip for the aim and stability. But I want the hip fire accuracy, so I'm going to be using that. 5MW laser, and you can either use the sleight of hand perk, or you can use the FTAC collapse. So yeah, I'm going to put on my, once again, London Ravens pack. And yeah, so if you guys want to, you can use any one of these, but as long as you're using the heartbeat sensor, then you're fine. As you may know, the C4 has had a very bad nerf and is in quite a bad position now, so we're not going to be using that anymore. So everyone's either moved to Semtex and Molotov. I would actually recommend you guys using a Molotov for my loadout. So let me just equip the Molotov there for you guys. There you go. So loadout number 2, we're going to be using the M4A1. So the monolithic suppressor, stock M6 Grenadier, or you can use the Corvus Custom Marksman, because they're both actually really sick and they're both the same. Well, not really the same, but they do the same things. So yeah, so I'm going to be using the stock M16 Grenadier for this class build. So monolithic M16 Grenadier, 60 round mags, Commando foregrip, and it's really up to you if you either want to use a tac laser, VLK 3x optic, or the SimGuard Arms Invader. But I'm going to be using the VLK 3x optic, as you know, it's just good to have an optic that you can see from a far distance. So yep. Also, Vicstar's build for this was actually really scuffed. He had so much recoil because he didn't use a Commando foregrip. He said he used a laser instead, which is not a good decision which is not a good choice if you ask me for a class build. But yeah, so here you can either use the MP5 or the MP7, but I don't want to use the same gun for every loadout every time, so instead we're going to be using the Piercer MP7. So monolithic suppressor, FSS recon, 60 round mags, Merc foregrip, and sorry, no, I did not mean to click that, and the tac laser or the 5MW laser. It's completely up to you guys, but they're my builds for you guys for the loadout number 2. So loadout number 3, we're going to be using the Growl and MP5, or you can use Growl and P90. The P90 is actually pretty sick at the moment. Yeah, so let's go on to the Growl build. So I've got the Ufaga one. You can either use just the normal one. I really like the Ufaga one because you get the accuracy and the range extra. So yeah, right, gunsmith. So monolithic suppressor, Archangel, Tempest Archangel, 60 round mags, Commando foregrip, tac laser, or you can take out the tac laser and use a VLK 3x optic, or you could use the Cronin Sniper Elite. And I actually really like this because it gives you the aim and stability and the aim walking steadiness, but like lots of people, like lots of streamers, like to use the Cronin Sniper Elite for their class setup, but it's up to you guys what you guys use, but I'd recommend using the tac laser. So yeah, right, so for the SMG for today, we're going to be using the P90 class setup. So the monolithic suppressor, forged tac retribution, stippled grip tape, stippled grip tape, and the 5MW laser, and that's basically my class. Sorry about that, but yeah, that's my class for the P90. And yeah, so the last class that you guys want to be using is obviously the Kilo 141, because that's what everyone else is using at the minute. And you know, it would actually really help out if you guys use all the stream loadouts if you're trying to get better at Warzone or just multiplayer in general. So if I was you, I'd either use the Berliner or the Regal Retribution, not the Florentino. It's just a really odd one, but the Regal Retribution gives you extra damage, extra range, quite low mobility though, but it gives you more control as well, which I actually really like about it. So yeah, so I haven't got the monolithic suppressor yet, but if you do, then use it. But I'm going to be using the lightweight suppressor, single arms prowler, 60 round mags, commando foregrip. Also quickly, don't ever use the 100 drums, please, because your ammo, it will literally just eat up your whole ammo. So just don't, please, just don't. And then there's my class setup there. So obviously if you have a monolithic, use monolithic suppressor, single arms prowler, BOK 3x optic, 60 round mags, and commando foregrip. So yeah, and here it's up to you. You can use any weapon. If I was you, I'd use a shotgun for this loadout, or you can use MP7 or MP5. I'm going to use the MP5 once again for this class setup, because the MP5 goes really well with this class setup. Don't know why I keep doing that. So foregrip, 45 round mags, and there you go. So they are my class setups. Let me just change that. So all of these are my class setups: Blank Stare, Desert Bloom, M41 Piercer, Ufarga P90, Regal Retribution, and Desert Bloom. So yeah. Also, I forgot to get rid of the C4s for these two, so you can use frag grenade. I actually really like the frag grenade at the moment, and change this out for a thermite. So there you go. So I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to be doing a cinematic of my class loadout one more time for you guys.